in 2017. He was living well when I met him while I was still in secondary school. I was writing my exams then. I was a petrol pump attendant in a petrol filling station. He started asking me out. After 2 to 3 months, I accepted. After my senior secondary certificate examination, I planned to travel to Lagos in 2018. I told him that I want to go to Lagos to look for a better job for me to raise money to further my education, as my parents were not able to sponsor me. When I told him, he said I should not go anywhere, that he would take care of me and my education. I told him that I cannot trust any man, but he insisted. He said that he would do everything for me, but on one condition, on the condition that I will accept to marry him. I told him that I am not thinking about marriage right now, that I want to go to school. He insisted that he wants to marry me, that he will go and see my people, then he will take good care of me. I told him okay, no problem, but I will think about it. All this discussion came up during my final exam because on that day I had an exam. Inside the exam hall, I don't know what happened, that I started feeling sharp pains around my abdomen. I thought it was a mere stomach pain until I fell down and started rolling on the floor. Some people ignored me, while some offered the little help they could at that moment. I managed to go outside looking for a means to go to the hospital. I couldn't write my exams. I couldn't reach anybody because I was not with my phone. I didn't come to the exam hall with my phone. No hope anywhere. Suddenly, someone came around. I begged the person to help me to call a number. He accepted. The only number I could remember was my husband's number. He called the number for me. Within 40 minutes he came and he took me to his house. When we got to his house, he gave me a herbal mixture to take. Few seconds after taking it, I felt relief instantly. I slept off. When I woke up, he asked me if I have accepted to marry him. I said no, not yet, that I want to go to school before marriage. He kept promising that he would take good care of me. After that, I went home. I came back to his house after 3 days. It happened that we made love. Within 1 month, my uncle in Lagos called me. He told me that he has found a job for me. He said that I should come over. I told him okay, that I want to get paid where I was presently working at the petrol station before coming. After some time, I discovered that I was pregnant. I cried because it wasn't my plan. My plan was to finish school before all this. When I called my husband and told him, he was very excited. I told his elder sister what happened. She was also excited. They were excited, but to me, I said that I will not keep the baby. I traveled to my mother's place to tell her. Everybody insisted that I should remove the pregnancy because I happened to be the only person in my family that went to school. I am intelligent, but there was not enough money for them to train me. I sponsored myself through secondary school. They said that they were making plans to take me to school, but I went to get pregnant. My mother was crying and insisting that I must remove that pregnancy. I met my husband and I told him that I want to remove the pregnancy, but he threatened that if anything happens to the child, that he would take me to prison. I told my people what he said, but they insisted that I must remove the pregnancy because he has not performed any marriage rite on me. My husband's sister called me and was threatening me too. I became afraid. My sister took me to get a herbal mixture that will remove the pregnancy. I started taking the mixture, but at a point I changed my mind. I thought of so many things and I had pity on my baby. My people were happy that I was taking the mixture, but unknowingly to them that I have stopped. After 2 months, the baby was still there and my sister asked me if the drug was not working. Then I told her that I have stopped the mixture. She was angry with me, but my sister's husband called me. He told me to go ahead with the marriage, that the boy is kind and hardworking, that he can take good care of me and my unborn child. I said no problem. My husband came and apologized to my family, though my mother was not fully settled with the whole issue, but at a point she accepted. After everything, I moved into his house. I met his siblings, but his parents were not there. They were in the village. We started staying together happily. After 6 months, everybody's character changed in the house. Nobody does house chores anymore. I will be the one to wash, clean, and do everything in the house. I did not complain because I was used to such work. Everybody changed, but my husband was still caring. He told me that the mother will be coming to stay with us. By then, I was 7 months gone. He told me that when the mother comes, that we will be cooking with firewood instead of gas cooker. I said okay, and I was happy the mother was coming. I was happy because at least if I gave birth, she can take care of the baby while I further my education. He came to seek my permission before allowing his mother to come. I told him that I have no right to stop his mother from coming to his house. He went in his car and packed all his mother's belongings and brought her to the house. I was happy and everybody was happy, but I didn't know that the big thing was coming. I was 8 months gone. I was doing everything, washing his mother's clothes, doing everything for her. One day after washing her clothes and mine, I was not around when it rained. She was at home. She packed her clothes and left mine. mile. I came back and I saw everything. I was surprised. I didn't ask her why, and I didn't tell my husband. That did not stop me from doing things for her and in the house. At a point, I was not able to wash her clothes and do more works at home, but I will manage to wash my clothes and my husband's clothes. I didn't know if that got her angry, but I noticed that her attitude changed towards me. Then, 9 to 10 months, I didn't put to bed. My baby was supposed to come on December 25th, but no sign of labor at all. I was crying. I called my parents and my mother told me that she warned me, but I didn't listen, though she was still praying for me from church to church. Then, after 11 months, I put to bed. We were still living like before, and my husband was still okay with me. My baby was not up to 2 months, and the mother stopped batting the baby. I didn't complain. I continued my work at home, but suddenly my husband changed. He started treating me bad to the point of beating me unlike before. He was looking at his brother that beat his wife and started beating me at any little thing. He would hit me. I didn't tell anybody because I took it to be a normal thing in marriage. One day I asked the younger sister to help me and do something in the kitchen, but she refused. Then I slapped her. My husband started beating me because of her. My mother-in-law made a comment that my husband should throw my things outside and let me go, that they are tired of me. I was very upset, but I endured it. About 4 months after the incident, my husband changed again to a nice and caring man. I was surprised that the mother became angry that we are happy again. Anytime me and my husband are happy and in good terms, she will be angry. But anytime I am quarreling with my husband, she will be happy. I was praying. Then in the year 2020, I took in again for the second time. At that time, we were about to go and meet my people for my marriage rights. When I told him, he said okay, that we will go and meet my people and do everything about the marriage before the pregnancy will be visible. I said okay. One day, my husband and his people were in a meeting and I overheard them telling my husband not to perform any marriage rites on me, that he should wait and see the kind of person I am before doing anything. The mother and the sister said so, but before me, they will be pretending. I did not know what to do, though I did not tell anybody. When I reminded my husband about seeing my people before my stomach comes out, he said that I should wait and asked if I am forcing him to marry me. I told him that I was not forcing him, that this was our agreement. I told him that there is need for us to do the marriage before people will notice that I am pregnant again out of wedlock, and my father will be very angry with me if he finds out. He said that I should give birth to this one, that after this one, he will come and do the marriage right. I objected. Then he started shouting, saying that if I cannot follow his instructions, that I should go. I didn't know what to do or to whom to complain. I was confused and I did not know what to do. Then January 12, 2021, I gave birth. Before the childbirth, my husband started misbehaving. He would go out by 7 p.m. and come back by 3 a.m., at times 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. A lot of things started coming up about him. I was shocked because my husband doesn't keep late at night. He started carrying different women, but I endured. I decided not to push him much for him not to get anyone pregnant out there, not knowing that the issue was already worse than I thought. When the second baby was a week old, I took his phone to watch movies in the phone. He doesn't like me to touch his phone, though he was sleeping. Something told me to go to a record place in his phone. There I heard his younger brother that spoiled my husband talking to a girl who said that she was pregnant for my husband. I broke down on hearing that. After that, I woke him up and asked him if that was true. He said yes, that I caused it. He said that I quarrel with him every day, so he decided to go outside so that he would punish me. He accepted that he got a girl pregnant. I was angry. I went to tell the sister, not knowing that they already know. They took the girl to their village. My parents have had everything and they said that I should come out of that marriage. I don't know what to do. Should I go out of this or should I stay because I already have 2 kids? I don't have a male child, only girls. If the second girl gives him a male child, that means